Good morning, everyone. Today is the historical day to our world. Today is September the 11th. 22 years ago, uh, brutal Islamic terrorist called Osama bin Laden, Saudi nationality, he attacked to the Twin Towers, World Trade Center, East Tower and the West Tower, and the Pentagon, as well as Pennsylvania. One aircraft was grounded, and these attacks also to the one aircraft coming to the Capitol Hill, but fortunately it was the brave crew members of the flight, uh, United 93 flight, as well as American Airlines and the United Airlines. Two flights were collided into the Twin Towers in World Trade Center, and more than 10,000 people, 10 to 15,000 people uh, died. And why I'm saying you after 22 years ago, I still remember at that day, I was finished my work and came to my accommodation, and we saw in the TV in when I was in another country, right? Uh, why is that day is remembered? Why do we want to commemorate those people? Those are the brave people who tribute. We have to pay the tribute for them, and we have to always remember, never ever forget those people, because unlike China, USA is one of the great country in the world and always a supportive country to another countries, right? Unlike aggression of China, aggressive China, unlike China, USA have a soft foreign policy, right? I'm not saying USA is correct. I'm not saying they are always correct and they are the people who is pure and such a thing. I'm not saying like that. But exactly when you see why the Osama bin Laden has attacked uh, to US soil, because one is a Palestinian issue, Palestinian territorial issue, and another thing is he convinced and he said that USA is always trying to bully Saudi Arabia, and at that time, okay, 20, 30 years ago, now USA cannot bully Saudi Arabia anymore. He says that because of the foreign policy of USA and their USA always US always give the assistance as well as help back up to Israel, because of that is the main reason they attack to US. Right. Let me conclusion. Let me make you some kind of conclusion. Number one, why do we think USA as an enemy? Because you know USA is a Christian country. They are Christian people, right? And Bin Laden and Palestinian and the Middle East people, most of them are Muslims. So you know, throughout the history, in between the Muslims and the Christians, there is a problem. There is a big problem. There is a colliding all to together. They're colliding each other. So this is one of the reasons. And also in Surat al Tawbah, they call it as a jihad. Uh, they said, as per Islam, if you kill the Christians and the Jewish, you will go to heaven. What a bullshit idea, right? Come on, we live in 21st century. So how can anyone who killed Muslims and the Christians and the Jewish, how he or she can go to Jannah, or we call it as the paradise as per Islam? If any religion, I would say again, if any religion, if they, sorry, if they, if it teach, if it teaches to anyone spreading out the terrorism, spreading out the slavery, uh, if it says raping the woman, raping Christian woman, raping the Jewish woman, women's and anyone who are non-Muslims who are raping, if they rape, it means it's a reason of going to paradise. If somebody says like that in any religion, I would challenge, I would bravely say it's not a religion. It's a spreading out of terrorism. It's a spreading out of atheism. It's like a Nazism. So many people were killed, right? But Osama bin Laden managed to kill by the U.S. forces, by the Delta Force in 2011, May the 6th. The task was accomplished, but there is another issue. Where is the solution? Where is the solution? Who can innocent civilians and innocent military personnel, firefighters, policemen, NYPD, and also innocent co-workers, they pay the price. So my question, aftermath, what would be the next? Who can take the responsibility of those innocent lives? If I am a Muslim, can I say that I can kill? I'm authorized to kill. God has been authorized to kill me, kill a non-Muslim person. God has been given me a special authorization or power to kill a non-Muslim. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I don't believe at all. So this is the thing which has happened in 2011, and also Pentagon also attacked, but one airline. There are totally four airlines were down and crashed into the ground. And this is the moment of remembrance all those who uh, pay the price, who pay their innocent life has been murdered, has been taken, and they should not supposed to die because of any religion, because they are innocent civilians. They haven't done anything to anybody. They just do their job and they just live in their country. If you wanna collide it with the administration, just collide with the administration. Come on. What is the use of killing the innocent people? Still, in many Muslim countries, it's happening. Palestine, Israel, perhaps Israel is not a Muslim country, and also Jordan, Iraq, Iran, Pakistan, Afghanistan, uh, some parts of Philippines, Philippine Islands, some part of Indonesia, Bali, and Nigeria, and also Syria. The latest, it was the latest battleground. So it is happening. People killing with each other. So my question is, why the people are killing with each other? What is the reason? Sake of religion, or sake of their perspectives, or sake of their any kind of benefits? What is the benefit they have? They don't have any benefit. Basically, I'm not authorized to kill anyone by means of any religion, by means of any textbooks, by means of, by the sake of any God. Not only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, not only Jesus, not only Ram, not only Krishna, not only Ganapati, whoever the God, whatever your religion, We don't have a right to kill anybody else, even non-Muslim or even our own religious. This is the story which has happened. So I was watching the television yesterday, the commemoration program and the remembrance program. President Joe Biden, he went to Alaska and he made a speech. He has given a speech, a great speech. Also, Governor of Alaska, he has given a great speech. Also, most part of the country, in the United States, there were so many celebrations, so many remembrance. It was a very dark day in U.S. history, in U.S. soil, and also it was a very sad day, and we can call it as a black day in U.S. history. So they never expected it. It has been happened because it is one of a. I would think that it is one of the greatest, darkest military and intelligence failure in all time in U.S. history. So that is what has happened in USA. Uh, 22 years ago, exactly the same day, like today. Uh, So it was a quite sad day. People would come out, come into the front, and they pay their tributes to the loved ones. Some of them, there's dad and mom, and lot of people died. And I don't know how they are describing aftermath. And also, after post traumatic diseases, also after the 9/11, after 9/11, there are so many diseases. Aftermath, there are so many people died, and also more than 17,000 military personnel and great heroes, great veterans, as well as great soldiers, brave men and women died in Iraq and Afghanistan. Uh, Afghanistan is the safe haven for the terrorism. This all made in Pakistan. Pakistan was the safe haven, and it's a daycare center for the terrorism. They brought up, they built up the terrorism, they raised up the terrorism. Now it will fire back to them. There are so many clashes between Afghani and Pakistani border. Yesterday there was an attack, number of people killed, and last week there was an attack, 4 people were killed. And 1 month ago there was an attack, 127 people were killed so far, and it was a bloody dispute between the two countries. You can say, if you take the Lord Buddha says once, if you take the weapons, weapons will take you. If you take up the weapons will kill you. This is what has happened in Afghanistan, in Kandahar, in Pakistan as well. Pakistan becoming one of the poorest nation and begging from the world. The economy has collapsed, military coming to the power, and electric shortages, fuel shortages, food food prices are skyrocketing. I don't know what to do. Those people, I'm very pity on those people, the Pakistanis. So this is the old order of the world. Now China becoming the power. There's a power clash between the China and US. We have to wait and see what will happen. Right? See you another great video. Bye bye. See you next time.